All right, so we got Bob here, being a willing participant today. Okay, all we're gonna do is when we're doing this here, is I'm gonna come around here. Remember, I'm going to push the leg to the side, bring this knee around. I'm gonna step with this leg here, out to the outside, bring this knee around, and knee on belly. Then I'm gonna come back up to the other side. I'm gonna come here, step over to the side. When I step over to the side, push my hands through, this leg is going to come around and knee on belly. Then we're going to come back up to the other side, all right? We're going to do 10 of those, okay? So, and again, take your time, okay? If you're having trouble and you're like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing, slow down, stop, look at what I'm doing. I'm not going to go super fast, all right? If you can go faster than me, as long as you're doing it right, you're golden, okay? All right, but make sure you're doing it correctly, okay? Because I'm going at a pace that hopefully everybody can hang with. Oh, even my level 1 little dragons. This stuff is good for you. So hopefully you made it back. Selma, Ethan, all right, Andrew, Preston, all you guys. Well, Preston, you're actually going to level 2, dude, all right? All right, but Adeline, Cruz, the guys are there. Owen coming through, okay? Giovanni. So look, I'm going to be here. If I had the legs, I would have the legs up like this here, and I would work them to the side. So if you got George or your Inochi buddy, you can grab the legs and you can move them. And that'll help you to understand that I'm moving to the side like this here. So I move, step, and down. Come back, grab those legs, and move, step, and down. It's 2, good. 3, 4, posture, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Cool. All right. So off of that, we would of course incorporate coming down, establish side control, going to the mount, whatever. Okay. All right. Second set that we're fixing to do. You're going to take, if your Inochi buddy has got the legs in it, you put your leg inside his legs. All right. If it doesn't, you're just going to start kind of in that position. All right. So I'm down. My knee is inside of George's legs here. All right. Just like this. See? Okay, so like, it's almost like he's got a half guard position on me, okay? So all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna come inside, and I'm not gonna be down controlling half guard here. All right, it's when they get the first half guard, they're on their back. I wanna make sure they stay on the back. So I'm just gonna take both of my hands, push on the belt, just like this here, and then I'm gonna post this leg out. I'm gonna kick this leg up in the air, and then inside to the side here, okay? Then I'm going to go to the other side, inside here, I post, kick, and around, okay? So from the side, looks like this here. See how my legs inside? His other legs on the inside here, so I'm inside the legs here. Grab the belt from here, post this leg over here on the ground. I'm going to take this leg, kick it up here, and then come around knee on belly there. All right? On the other side, my legs on the inside, grab the belt, post, I kick this leg up, and then off to the side, knee on belly. All right? So now I'm going to be doing 10 of those. All right? Taking your time and doing it right. Again, try to stay with me. All right? Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good, okay? So, first 2 sets. The last set, because we've been passing the knee on belly over and over and over again. Knee on belly, simply if I was really doing knee on belly on Bob, I would have my knee and I would drive it into a solar flex and my shin would be across his hips. And then I would have my other leg posted out. I'd be holding him, I'd be down, whatever, right? When we work with each other, I actually put my knee across the hip and I put my toes on the mat on this side. So that way I'm not driving like this, all right? That is so painful. A lot of guys will tap to that right there because I'm taking my knee and just crushing right inside there. Oh, and all my weight, my toes are up in the air. I don't know if you can see my toes, but yeah, they're up in the air, all right? Just like that. When I'm working with my friend though, I have across the hips and my toes are on the mat, all right? So, you're working with your Inochi buddy, even though he's your buddy, he's so much of a buddy that we're gonna be able to do it the way we wanna do it. Drive the knee in. So I'm gonna come inside here, and I'm gonna be good posture in this way, knee on belly. See how my foot's up? Right there, it's not on the mat. Now it's on the mat, now it's not. And I'm working inside here, okay? A lot of times when this happens, they're gonna try to shove you off because it's like, oh my goodness, try to push you this way, all right? When that happens, I'm gonna take this foot, I'm gonna take a big step around, just like this here, all right? And as soon as I step here, I'm gonna lift this leg up here. This knee is gonna go knee on belly. So I come here, come up, switch my hands, and drive around this way here, all right? He's gonna push here, I step, and he pushes this way here, I step, and turn, okay? All right, so we're just gonna do that, 10 of those. Try to stay with the pace. I'm not gonna go super fast. Again, we're trying to make it correct. Okay, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Cool. All right. Nice little drill. Hey, we got 4 more that we're going to do on Friday. We did these about 3 weeks ago. They're really good drills for you to be able to work solo drills. Work them on Bob. Always go back, review these things, okay? After all this is over with, I might actually take all of these videos that we did with all this solo drill stuff and just separate the solo drills out and make a compilation of those videos. So that way, just kind of isolated so you know the drills and then make them available to you guys. All right, if you like that, in the comment section, when you're finishing up class, you put in that comment section, yes sir, I would love to have you do that, Mr. Haven. All right, and then if I get enough interest, I might just make it happen because we've done a ton of solo drills, okay? It's just a matter of me going through and editing rather than having to re-video them and stuff like that, okay? All right, so look, side control, how we're switching our base. What we did today at the first portion of the class, all right? What we're doing now is we're down in this position. Remember on Monday, what we talked about, that this arm, this knee is under the arm. See, now my knee is making his arm stay up, all right? And my other arm goes over here and it traps his arm, okay? And then my hand is under the head, kind of, if I can actually grab the other lapel on this side, I will, or I'll place my hand right under his shoulder right here, right in the tickle spot, we call it with kids, right? So we know where our hand's in a good spot, so when I drop my shoulder, I got tons of shoulder pressure here, holding, okay? And then I will take my hand and they're going to take this hand usually and come up and try to cross face. That's when I'll lift this hand up. Remember we talked about saluting? We have this hand up. This elbow is right here, and I'll either control this arm with this hand or I'll control the arm with this hand, right? But sometimes it's easier to control it with this hand. And basically, I'm just here. Now look, in side control, I can say, hey, this has to happen, this has. There's a few things that have to happen in side control, all right? But most of it is just that we are working and balancing on top of our friend, trying to keep what's called shihogatami, 4 corners, shoulders on the mat, hips on the mat. So I'm right inside here, shoulder pressure, my chest is down. I don't want my head too far down. If my head's too far down, they'll roll me in the direction that my head's at. So I'm here. If they push against me, I push back, all right? If they try to roll this way, I'll drop my hips down, all right? I'm just balancing on top. So when I switch my base, I'm going to switch my base from modified 2. Notice my shoulders on the head. I'm going to stretch the legs, and I'm going to go to position number 1 where I'm going to face you, all right? It's called Kazure Keisagatami. When I do that, I'm here. I stretch my legs, open the hip. My hand goes underneath, and I grab under the armpit, and then I squeeze this arm here, and now I slide my leg all the way through, and now I'm in Kazure Keisagatami here, all right? So once I'm in this position now, I can hold, there's some things we can do here. I can come back, we can get an arm lock here, I can go inside here and get the Americana on this side here. A few things that we can do. What I'm going to do today for you guys, and what we're going to do together, is I'm going to use this next move. It's called going to Munikatami. All right, it's another variation of position number 2, modified 2. And it's going to be a situation where I can work to attack this arm, or I can switch all the way around to position number 3 to go to the mount, okay? So watch when I go back now. I'm going to come here, and when I come back here, I want to pull this leg and pull this arm, and this knee comes forward now. Really important that I get really close. I want this knee almost touch his head, right, the eyebrow on his head. So I come forward while I'm pulling the arm, and now I drop my hip, and now I'm going to open my legs, come inside, and now this hand went over his head. It's not under his head anymore. It's over his head, right? So now we're in modified 2, but I'm over his head. So look here. The only thing you're going to see sticking out here is this arm. Both of my hands are on this arm. Both knees are inside. Set down my knee inside here too, all right? Holding on. So when I switch my base back, so we were here, my hand was under the head, just like this. I stretch, switch, position number 1, Kazure Keisagatami. I come back, pull, my knee goes forward, and my hand goes over the head. As soon as my hand goes over the head now, I pull up, and the hand that's closest to the head is going to grab this wrist, pull the elbow in. This arm's already under the elbow, so I grab my own wrist, just like this here. Now we do this, we call it reverse motorcycle. I want to turn both wrists down, just like this, keep my elbows on the mat, and then I'm going to take this hand and go back, just like this here. If I have to pick my elbow up, the only time I'll start to pick my elbow up is if I get to the hip and I can't pull down this way anymore. Then I'll start pulling my elbow up. So we're going like this here. And they will tap right there, all right? Doesn't matter how flexible somebody is. They will tap at that point in time. Both wrists doing this motion, just like this here, all right? So again, I'm going to be starting out position number 2, all right? Modified 2. I switch my base, Kazure Keisagatami. I switch back, hand over the head now, Munikatami. This hand immediately attacks and grabs this wrist. This hand's already under the arm, so I grab this wrist. And then I take both hands and do this motion. Reverse motorcycle, just like this, okay? And then I come here, and then we go down, just like this here, while I'm reverse motorcycle. It's called an Americana, which means a key lock, Portuguese, all right? So it's a key lock. In judo, they call this urigarami, arm entanglement, right here, okay? All right, so right here, Americana. All right, I'm gonna show you one time from this position here. Starting, modified 2, just like this here. Now I switch my base, come through, remember, grabbing this arm, pulling in the armpit. Now I pull, bring the knee up, switch, hand goes over the head this time. Now I grab this wrist right away. This hand, right here, grabs this wrist on top. Both of my wrists, Americana, reverse motorcycle, and then we go back this way here. All right? Now, let's say that this arm, I didn't have it all the way, okay? So I'm like, oh man, so when I come back here, or I just don't feel like I can get the Americana. He might be wrapping his arms around my head, squeezing my head, trying to block me, so on and so forth. Not a big deal. I'm now going to switch my base all the way back the other way. So look, here, we start here, modify 2, switch the base, Kazuri Keisugatame, we switch back, Monogatame over the head. Now I'm going to switch here. I'm grabbing the knee because my hand's over his head on this side, and I'm going to do the step that we did in our drill earlier. I step and forward. Now I'm in the mount. Now I hold this arm tight, just like this here, all right? When I'm done, I take this foot on this side now, and I'm going to hook inside his leg, just like this, and then I'm going to switch my hands, and then we go into the Americana on this side here. So the Americana still is set up the same way, just like this here. All right, this arm is the windshield wiper arm. This hand's like on a railroad track. Both wrists are doing this. I'm here, just like this, pulling straight back. So I'm gripping, coming straight back, just like this here. So going straight to the mountain, okay? So now I'm gonna go to this side here, so you can see it. So modify 2, hand under the head. I switch position number 1, Kazuri Keisugatame. Pull the arm, bring the knee up. Monogatame. Switch. Position number 3, Hoshiro Kazuri Keisugatame, reverse modified scarf hold. Now I'll grab this knee here because I'm over his head. He can't see. It's called a blind mount. I'll grab, pull, step, then I'll let go, come up. Now this foot on this side, this one, is going to come back and it's going to go under this leg here. And I'm going to catch it with a hook, just right here, and use my toes to hook his leg, right? This hand is on top here, just like this. This hand's underneath, and I grip just the same way. And I go back into my knee, keep his wrist on the mat, and then I'll bring the elbow up if I have to, inside Americana. All right? So the first technique, we're here. Switch, switch, and Americana. Second technique, switch, Monogatame, Shiro, mount, and Americana. Okay? So take your time. I want you to drill those, work them, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you a detail of the Americana, and then you can actually go back and work it again. Very, very quiet. I'm hunting Americanas. Hey, I told you I was going to show you that detail. Look, when we're here and we're doing the Americana, whether it's from the mount or from side control, right now we're going to be in this Monogatame position that we talked about, okay? When I come back around, my hand is already going to be here because I've got this hand, because this is where we started, right? We were right here, and I'm controlling this position. Remember, shoulder pressure and down, all right? Controlling the elbow, controlling the head. And then what do? We switched our base, came forward, Kazuri Keisugatame, and then I pull, come in, hand comes over. See, I've got this arm here. Now, when I come here, I take this hand and I grip and grip. Both of my wrists are going up like this here. This hand is just doing this. This hand's doing this. When I can't go back anymore, I'll lift the elbow in order to go back, okay? So I'm here, reverse motorcycle, just like this here, and then we go back. And then I lift, just like that, all right? See it? All right? So now if I'm going to go into the mount here, just a little bit this way. So I'm here, again, we're right here, modified 2, controlling this position. I'm going to switch my base, Kazuri Keisugatami. I switch back, Monogatami. I switch, Kazuri Ushiro Keisugatami. Now I take this hand and I grab this knee, step over, just like this here, and now I slide forward. This hand goes on top, this hand's inside, I'm in the mount. This foot on this side, see this foot waving over here? This one's gonna hook inside the knee over here on the other leg, okay? And then I'm going to come inside, both hands, doing this and doing this, okay? So I'm here and here, and now, reverse motorcycle, this elbow goes inside and up. This hand just does a windshield wiper while it's staying up against his shoulder and neck, okay? Here and here, and then we come back and here, Americana, all right? Which means what? Key lock, that's what it means in Portuguese, all right? Hey, good job, go drill. All right, very good. Hopefully you guys had a good time working that today. Remember, practice, practice, practice. Drill this, all right? I know we got our Zoom class tomorrow. We have Zarek's MMA class tomorrow. You had your wrestling class yesterday, Zoom class. But you still have some time to be able to practice these techniques in between time, okay? So really work and drill those. Drill the switching your base drill, all right? It's really important. Keep those hips down. Like I said, it's one of the most important drills you're ever going to do. Call it around the world, all right? And you're going to be able to work that to be able to use it for attacks, switching your base, controlling side control. Remember, positional control is the most important thing. It's more important than any submission, more important than anything. You've got to control the position, right? Always remember that, okay? So you defend, control, advance. Defend, control, advance. If you can find a submission in there in that process, as long as you are still defending and you're still controlling, then the submission is the advancement, all right? Then you can find it, all right? But if you can advance your position, then at that point in time, you should be trying to advance it to either the mount or back control, your two best control positions. When you get to those positions, the advancement, of course, is a submission, right? But you need to be able to stay there. Remember, in our tournaments, there's no stalling once you get there. If you get to the mount and back control, as long as you're actively working in that position, you're fine, okay? But you don't have to advance, all right? You just can't sit there and lay on them, right? You've got to actually work for it and try to find, you know, submissions or be attacking or setting things up, all right? Really important, but control is the most important thing. Don't forget to drill that. We'll see you guys Friday. Remember, reviewing everything on Friday. If you guys do well, give me some good feedback tomorrow. Show you a really cool, slick submission. Adding the other 4 fundamental functional motions, functional movement drills for BJJ. There's more, but we're just picking to do 7, all right? That's what we've been working the last few weeks. And of course this, and then of course the 7 fundamental movements, because we wanted to kind of match those up. Say functional movement, fundamental movements, and both numbers be 7 so you don't get confused, okay? All right, very good. And listen, you guys have a great day. Don't forget, live life on purpose and never